Hey, let's go, y'all. We're in the Bronx tonight. If you feeling good, we could make some noise. A little bit, make some noise, yeah? Oh, we could do better than that. We in the Bronx, make some noise. DJ, you can cut the music. Thank you. Good evening, good evening. Yes, if we can have your attention, please. Thank you all. I am super excited. I'll wait. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. My name is April Hernandez Castillo.
And I'm Summer Rose Castillo.
Thank you. And we are the first, dear friends. Can we bring the chatter down? Thank you all, because no one wants to be screaming into a microphone. We're not children. We are fabulous adults. Can I get an amen? All right, now, once again, my name is April Hernandez Castillo.
And I'm Summer Rose Castillo.
And we are the first mother and daughter duo to MC the 2025 Bronx Week Press Conference. Give it up, y'all. We have an amazing lineup. I was born and raised on 179th and Grand Concourse, and I absolutely love being from the Bronx. I'm an actor, speaker, author. I'm currently producing a documentary on the life of Joe Conzo. And my daughter here, Summer Rose Castillo, she is also an award-winning actor who recently just made her TV debut on The Equalizer, although it just got canceled. But Summer, there's also something fun and cool. You happen to be the voice of a little girl named Alma in Alma's Way, created by the legendary, the icon, Sonia Manzano. Can you tell us a little about that?
That's a fact that Sonia Manzano's a legend. She's like everybody's Tia, she's amazing. But yes, Mommy, yes, I do. And you know what? I'm pretty darn proud. And in the words of Alma, she would say, I am way, way, way excited. I would also like to, thank you. I would also love to say that I'm very proud to be from the Bronx and also to be a Latina who plays a Latina because, as you all know, representation matters. But let's also state a fact here, shall we? The Boogie Down Bronx is the best borough. Can we just say
can
that?
we get a clap for that? The Boogie Down Bronx. Listen, tonight we get to learn and unveil the Walk of Famers, and it's something that, the Bronx for some reason has sometimes been about the forgotten borough. But the Bronx, we ain't going anywhere. We make noise. There are artists. There are so many amazing people that have come out. But before we begin the program, obviously, we want to take a moment to just extend a heartfelt thank you to the Bronx Museum of the Arts. Please, let's give it up for them. Our media partners and all of our generous sponsors. Now, it's important that we understand the history of how the Bronx Week started. Summer, take it away.
Yes, we are going to give you a little 5-second lesson about the Bronx Week. So let's start, shall we? Bronx Week is a 13-day festival celebrating the best of the borough. It has been a decades-long tradition. In the 90s, Borough President Ferrer and the Bronx Tourism Council resurrected a previously thought of the idea of the Bronx Walk of Fame on the Grand Concourse. The task of funding to maintain the Bronx Walk of Fame since then has been rooted in another staple event of the Bronx Week festivities, and which now we call the Bronx Ball.
Yes, darling. The Bronx Ball is the most highly anticipated event of the year. Celebrities and New York City's movers and shakers come together to honor our hometown heroes in a black tie gala. This year, the events will begin from May 5th through May 18th, and the Bronx Ball will be on Saturday, May 17th, so y'all better come look and fly, right? Events are divided into two categories, blue and orange. Blue are the events that are produced by the Bronx Borough President's Office, the Bronx Tourism Council, or EDC. And the orange events, those are produced by the Bronx community. For a list of Bronx Week events, please visit ilovethebronx.com. All right, now, are we ready to move forward with the program? Yes? Oh, we can do better than, are we ready to move forward? All right, all right. Allow me to present our first presenter. Her name is the lovely Shirley Solomon, who is the interim co-director and deputy director for the Bronx Museum of Art. Please give it up for Ms. Shirley Solomon.
Hi, welcome everyone. Again, I am Shirley Solomon. I'm the interim co-director of the Bronx Museum of the Arts. We are delighted to have each of you here this evening. It is an honor to kick off the Bronx Week 2025 in partnership with the Bronx Tourism Council and the Bronx Borough President's Office. The Bronx Museum is the only free contemporary art museum in New York City. Since our founding, we have remained a vanguard of cultural diversity, community engagement, and accessibility. Since 2012, we've maintained a commitment to 100% free admission to all exhibitions, education, and public programs, and has maintained us without interruption, and to provide a vital creative outlet to the Bronx community. Next fall, the Bronx Museum will open its long-awaited South Wing renovation, funded by over $40 million in city support, including the generosity of the Bronx Borough President. And we love her for the tremendous support she has had to support this project. Once complete, this facility will feature a new multi-story lobby, create a fully accessible gallery loop, relocate our main entrance to the corner of 165th Street and Grand Concourse, and build a new cafe for which we are partnering with the Bronx Economic Development Corporation on a RFP for a vendor. We look forward to having you back when we have our grand opening next fall. And again, we are delighted to host tonight's event, and we hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Ms. Solomon, please. Once again, just want to thank and honor the sponsors, everyone who worked so hard on putting this event together. You know that it takes a village to create something magical, and we have our next presenter.
The next presenter we have, he is the owner-operator of Chick-fil-A located on East Fordham Road, Mr. Roberto Ruiz.
Good afternoon, everyone. My
Hello.
name is Roberto Ruiz. I'm the owner-operator from Chick-fil-A East Fordham. We are here located in the heart of the Fordham and the Bronx. I want to start by saying thank you to Julius Drake for making this happen. This is such an amazing event. And thank you also to Vanessa Gibson for making this, connecting all of us for one purpose, bettering the Bronx. One thing that, when I took the opportunity to open a restaurant in the Bronx, was to make the community that we are serving better. And I'm happy that I found a community full of heart, talent, creativity, and never giving up. So today, I'm happy to say that Chick-fil-A East Fordham is building the next generations of community leaders. Thank you. We not only serve chicken, we give also hope, leadership, and we provide jobs that we need. And I'm confident with everybody that is here in this room, and we work together to better the Bronx, we will do it. Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Mr. Ruiz, please. Thank you. And I don't know about y'all, but when I walk into the Chick-fil-A, I have to rebuke it. Because I want to eat everything, and I'm an actor, and I have to remain a certain way, but there's nothing like those little chicken nuggets, Mr. Ruiz. I'm here if you need me. I love you. Thank you all.
We're here if you need any advertisements. I'll eat everything that you give us. It's amazing.
The next one. Oh, and for our next presenter, He is the general manager for Chase. Please welcome Mr. Jason Patton.
Thank you, April. Thank you, Summer. I feel the same way about Chick-fil-A myself. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Come on, guys. You could do better than that. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Yeah, BX, stand up. My name is Jason Patton. I'm the Northeast Head of Community and Business Development for J.P. Morgan Chase. And on behalf of our firm, we're really honored to be here this evening, this official Bronx Week press conference and sponsor appreciation event marking the beginning of this 13-day celebration of our beloved Boogie Down borough. You know, this celebration highlights the vibrant culture and resilience and spirit of our beloved community. And for over 225 years, J.P. Morgan Chase has been committed and proudly calls New York City our home. And we're deeply embedded in the fabric of this community, its people, its businesses, and its culture, and we're committed to empowering economic growth in the Bronx. And our efforts, they focus on everything from housing affordability, leading the way on careers and skills development, and providing resources for small business owners, and building trust in unbanked communities, and boosting the financial health and resiliency of all of our residents. And to support these efforts, our firm is invested in jobs training and skills building and leading local coalitions and more to ensure that New Yorkers have the skills needed for in-demand careers. And through our business banking services and strategic philanthropic investments, we've helped nearly 500,000 small businesses grow and scale across the Bronx and New York City. We've also connected New Yorkers to the banking services and financial resources that they need to manage their everyday finances and withstand economic shocks, and to pursue their own personal goals and build generational wealth. And I can't think of a better evidence of that than the investments that we've made in financial well-being. In fact, further to reinforce our commitment, we opened a community center branch. Now that might sound strange, but if you visit 120 East and Fordham, and some of you have, you'll see a branch that looks more like a community center. I encourage you to stop by and pay us a visit. We opened it last April, and this community center branch is a physical representation of our dedication to empowering the Bronx community. And we have 19 such flagship community center branches nationwide, but 3 of them are in New York, and 1 is in my own borough. And it enhances access to reliable, affordable, and local banking services. And these centers, they also serve as hubs for financial education and community engagement. And so these community center branches, they're designed to engage and provide resources that can help improve the financial health of local residents. And in addition, there's community managers like Sherlyn, who's here this evening. They work with local leaders and schools and businesses and organizations like those represented in this room, also those like in the Bronx Tourism Council and the Bronx EDC, to create tangible impact in these communities. And our community managers, they're passionate about these neighborhoods because they're from these communities and they live in these communities. And they bring a deep understanding of personal commitment to addressing the local needs. They offer free financial health workshops on topics such as building credit, budgeting, home buying, and saving for college. And they also recognize that the community partnerships drive meaningful change. And so I want to extend again my gratitude to the Bronx Tourism Council and the Bronx Economic Development Corporation for their individual collaboration and for their support. And so as we embark on this week-long celebration in the Bronx, I'm filled with excitement about all the events and all the collaborations and all of the positive impact that we will have. And once again, I want to thank you all for allowing us to be here this evening and to be a premier sponsor. Here's to a fun-filled week of unity, pride, and progress. Go BX.
Once again, for Mr. Patton, thank you so much, sir. Today is about celebrating the Bronx, celebrating and being so prideful. Listen, if there's one thing about the Boogie Down Bronx, we are prideful. And wherever we go, we could be in a suit, a dress, whatever that is, we're showing up like we own it. Can I get an amen? Yes? And we are going to move on to our next presenter, Summer.
Ooh, child, I can already feel the inspiration in this room, honey. Wow. For our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, he is the head of market experience for Cafes Branches Capital One. Ooh, child. Give it up for Mr. Sean Rowley.
Thanks, Summer. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. My name is Sean Rowley. I lead our market experience team. At Capital One, that's really about how we invest in our community through branches and cafes. We put down roots, and although this is our first time being a part of the Bronx Week, we've been a part of the New York family for a long time. Throughout the boroughs, we've got over 4,000 team members that live in New York City, many of them calling the Bronx home. And although we're new to this, we've continued to invest in that community in new and different ways. Many of you were actually a part of our grand opening at our newest cafe location on Fordham Road. We are bringing kind of the latest and greatest reimagined banking to everyone, including those in the Bronx. And it's a great chance to think about banking in a very different way, to really meet our customers where they're at with things like free community space, the ability to talk with someone over a cup of coffee, just to come in and relax and recharge, or to really get into your relationship with money. We offer things like free money and life mentoring for customers or non-customers to come in and really get a head start on building a financial future for themselves and for others. So a huge thank you to all of your continued support there. One of the things I wanted to talk about, not to take any of the spotlight away from Bronx Week, but we were super proud and excited last week to announce another $1 million investment from Capital One into the Bronx community. Many of the organizations that $1 million is here to support are in this room today, but we really, really look forward to continuing this partnership for years and years to come, and just very, very much appreciate welcoming us as a part of the Bronx Week.
Thank you. Once again, give it up for Mr. Sean Rowley.
Our next speaker, presenter, she really she doesn't need an introduction because she is the Boogie Down Bronx. She is a true leader. She is a woman who believes in women's rights. She is someone who speaks up. She fights. She shows up. She does the work. And I have walked with this woman specifically in many events, especially for domestic violence awareness. And I am truly honored to not only walk with her, but to call her a dear friend. Please put your hands together for the one and only, our Bronx Borough President, Madam Vanessa L. Gibson.
Thank you, on your natural. I know. Nice to see you both. Oh, two microphones. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Bronx. Buenas noches a todos, bienvenidos. Welcome to Bronx Week 2025. We are so excited to welcome you to our official press conference and sponsorship appreciation tonight here at the beautiful Bronx Museum of the Arts. Wow, that was a weak clap. Can we give it up for the Bronx Museum of the Arts? So first, I have to say thank you all. As Bronx leaders and partners in this work, it is such a blessing to work together with each and every one of you. As your Bronx Borough President, I wake up every day on purpose, with a purpose, realizing the important role that we have to play with each and every one of you to make the Bronx even better for our children, for our families, and all who work and live and raise their families and do business in the Boogie Down Bronx, right? So we are so excited to welcome you to this year's Bronx Week 2025. It is the longest week in history, 13 days of all things Bronx. I am excited about the next 13 days. I'm excited about moving the borough of the Bronx forward. I'm excited about economic development and job growth and making sure that we create good paying jobs and investments in our people and businesses to highlight the beauty of our borough, the cultural diversity, the historical landmarks and places, the fact that we are the greenest borough in the city of New York. We are a beautiful place to live and work and raise our families, and we take ownership of that. This is our community, and we're going to keep working together for the betterment of our families. So tonight's Bronx Week Recognition to all of our sponsors is a chance for us to say gracias a todos. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Okay, so let me first do a series of acknowledgments because I do not stand here as your borough president by myself. There is an entire village and team that is assembled at Borough Hall that represents 1.4 million residents every single day. So first, I want to recognize the first mother and daughter amazing duo, these dynamic women, young ladies who are leading us tonight as our MCs. My good friend April Hernandez Castillo and her beautiful actress daughter, Summer Rose Castillo. I have known April and her family for years, and I am always so impressed when I'm in spaces with April. As an actress, a motivational speaker, she is a survivor. She is someone who is Bronx through and through. And no matter how far God takes her on this journey throughout the world, empowering young ladies to be their very best, she always remembers that she proudly represents the Bronx. And we need leaders like that. So one more round of applause for April and Summer. I want to acknowledge the team at BXEDC. You know that when we took office over 3 years ago, we were determined to make sure that BXEDC is the very best when it comes to economic development. We transformed the website, social media, the name, we rebranded, and we appointed the very best in leadership when it comes to our very own president, Rob Walsh. And standing right at his side is another great leader who I see on TV now. Him and his mom are in the Rain Total Care commercial. And he is a star. He is our president of the Business Initiative Corporation of New York, Raphael Roger. We are so excited. And at their sides is a phenomenal BXEDC team. So I just want to recognize the BXEDC team. If you could just come forward and do a Bronx wave so we know where you are. Our Chief Financial Officer, Angeline Orbe. Thank you, Chief of Staff, Luis Garcia. Our Comms and Marketing Director, Jillian Barrett. Our Empowerment Zone Director, Ruby Lopez. Our Director of Economic Development, Marshall Strawbridge. Our Business Development Officer, Michael Nixon. We have our Senior Underwriter, Pedro Soto. Our Comptroller, Tabitha Bansu. Our Accountant, Johnny Ballinas. Director of Finance and Administration, David Solano. And holding down the office, she is a mighty force. She keeps BXCDC all together. I want to recognize Phyllis Allende. The BTC, Bronx Tourism Council. They oversee Bronx Week and all of our signature events, like the America Salutes fireworks show, like the Tour de Bronx that we've done. Bike riding all over the Bronx is quite fun. Savor the Bronx. So excited at the work that we're doing at BTC, Bronx Tourism Council. I want to recognize our Director of Development, Julius Drake. Julius is awesome. And our Assistant Director of Tourism, Giselle Leon. We have an amazing consultant team that I want to acknowledge. They are making sure that our Bronx Ball is going to be phenomenal as it is each year. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our partner, E218 Special Events. Rhonda James, Michael James, Rachel James, and the team. The Office of the Bronx Borough President, we're so proud to partner with BXCDC and BICNY and Bronx Tourism to make Bronx Week successful and bigger and better each and every year. So I have to acknowledge many of our unit directors have been working closely with BXCDC for months, putting together this incredible 13-day recognition and acknowledgement of all things Bronx. So I want to call out my staff and ask them to do a Bronx wave as well. My project managers, Gabby Sonberg, Tom Lucania, our Deputy Chiefs of Staff, Stacy Strong, Ish Gonzalez, Michael Ivory, David Koulibaly, Kira Gannon, Sonia Malave, Larsenia Walton, Maknor Jara, Nelson Palacio, Angel Gow, Jatan Hortzman, Jaden Vasquez, Bruce Rivera, Arlene Makoko, and Cecilia Hernandez. Round of applause. So everyone is a VIP, but I do want to acknowledge some of our friends who have joined us tonight. We're so grateful to have our very own Bronx Borough historian, Angel Hernandez. Hip-hop pioneer, Grandmaster Kaz. President and CEO of Windows of Hip Hop, Melissa LeBron. Former New York City Public Schools Chancellor, Dr. Misha Porter. Executive Director of BronxNet Television, Michael Max Nobby. On behalf of Community Board 4, Martha Reyes. And our Executive Director of the 161st Street Business Improvement District, Trey Jenkins. So we are so excited, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight you are in store for a great event. And let me say that it is really an honor to be with all of you tonight, to put a spotlight on the importance of our great borough. Let me again acknowledge BXCDC, Bronx Tourism Council, Chick-fil-A, Fordham Road, Chase Bank for the Community Center on Fordham Road, Capital One for the new cafe on Fordham Road in the Grand Concourse. Let me thank our media partners, BronxNet Television, News 12 Bronx, The Bronx Times, WPIX, WABC 7, and 1010 Wins News. Can we give them all a round of applause? And again, thank you to our acting executive director here at the museum, Shirley Solomon. This is my home away from home. I've invested millions of dollars in the Bronx Museum because I believe in cultural institutions. I believe in the work that they're doing each and every day. And you are going to see this incredible new building right here on the concourse, $44 million that we have invested, and we're excited about the Bronx Museum of the Arts. Are you excited? Okay. Shh. Okay, we're coming to the moment now. This year, Bronx Week 2025, our message is, the Bronx will strive and thrive in 25. This 13-day celebration of everything that makes the Bronx work recognizes the best of our borough. It is a proud tradition that began decades ago under the leadership of then Borough President Bob Abrams, with each administration since then adding its own flavor. When we came into office in early 2022, we knew we wanted to expand the tradition of Bronx Week by putting a spotlight on local businesses, local heroes, which is why we have started the People's Choice Award. We love it. Each year, Bronx residents vote to recognize exceptional individuals. In 2023, we introduced the People's Choice Award in the area of education, and that was awarded to Principal Luis Torres of CS 55 in School District 9. In 2024, we recognize the People's Choice Award in Healthcare, and we honored Paloma Izquierdo Hernandez from Urban Health Plan as President and CEO. And now, in 2025, we celebrate excellence in media and arts. Winners of the People's Choice Award are inducted into the Bronx Walk of Fame, joining the ranks of more than 125 legendary Bronxites, whose names and contributions will be permanently honored along the Grand Boulevard at our Bronx Week induction ceremony and our Walk of Fame unveiling. And of course, we cannot forget the Bronx Ball, the crown jewel of Bronx Week. This iconic event, Black Tie Affair, is like our version of the Met Gala. Is that okay? So yes, we bring celebrities, actors, actresses. We bring public servants, leaders, so many that have contributed to the overall success of our borough. And we bring them all together for our official Bronx Ball. This year's Bronx Ball will take place on Saturday, May 17th, and it will be located at 1720 East Chester Road, starting at 6 p.m., and I promise you, it is going to be the very best yet. So once again, I want to thank everyone for being here. You all know the website, www.ilovethebronx.com. Together, let us strive in 25, let us thrive in 25, and let us continue to build the borough to where we need it to be. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Bronx Week 2025. So I am calling back our Mistress of Ceremonies, April Hernandez Castillo and Summer Rose Castillo.
Once again, please put your hands together for our Bronx Borough President, Vanessa L. Gibson. Group shot, group shot. So we're going to be doing the unveiling right now? Oh, okay. Yes. So.
All right, is everyone ready? And I also want to acknowledge our president and CEO here on behalf of Rain Total Care, Dr. Anderson Torres. Thank you for being here. I did not forget you. He is my +1.
During the unveiling.
Our first Walk of Fame inductee is a New York-based artist. He's a content creator and storyteller who has redefined the intersection of art and human connection. Raised in Mott Haven in the South Bronx, he developed a deep appreciation for the people and the energy of his city, which continues to inspire his work today. His ability to blend traditional artistry with digital storytelling has led to viral success, amassing over 61 million followers across all platforms and garnering billions of views. His impact has caught the attention of major cultural and political figures, lending to collaborations with Oprah Winfrey and former President Joseph Biden. Beyond his viral portraits, his limited edition watercolor series, painted in iconic locations around the world, consistently sell out. His artwork resonates deeply with collectors, as each piece is more than just a painting. It's a story, a moment in time, and a celebration of place and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, our first Bronx Walk of Fame inductee for 2025 is Devin Rodriguez. Wow, all right. So this is what he said. He says, growing up in the Bronx shaped everything that I am today. It taught me resilience, strength, and the power of hard work. This is where I learned to draw, drawing portraits on the 6 train, inspired by the people and energy around me. The Bronx didn't just raise me, it gave me my vision. Devin Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Our next Bronx Walk of Fame inductee, Bronx born and raised, she dubbed her fans as the queen of freestyle, is still going strong and is as successful as ever. She now celebrates her 38th year as a recording artist and her 26th year as a radio personality on New York's WKTU, where she has been heard every single weekend. She's best known for her popular freestyle hit songs, No Reason to Cry, Come Into My Arms, Love You, Will You Love Me, and the EDM hit remake, Faithfully. In 2022, she released her first Spanish salsa single entitled Adelante. Got it. Acting is also a huge passion for her. Throughout her years, she's been seen in award-winning films such as Elliot Loves, Fists of Love, and was also on the off-Broadway show as Auntie Tony Ann in the longest-running off-Broadway show, My Big Gay Italian Wedding. She even debuted on television on CBS's highly rated show, Blue Bloods, where she played Mimi Martinez. She has done a tremendous amount of work. She's blossoming at the tender age of 56. She landed a modeling contract with Liz J Models, and this year another modeling contract with Seasoned Models. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Bronx Walk of Fame inductee is Judy Torres. I love her. I really love her freestyle. I love it. I love it. All right. We're excited. We're excited. Okay, you ready for our next Walk of Fame inductee? He was born on May 8th. Oh, that's this week. 1990. He is a dynamic NBA point guard known for his quickness, his ball handling skills, and clutch performances. Hailing from the Bronx, he played college basketball at the University of Connecticut, where he led the Huskies to an NCAA championship in 2011. Selected by the Charlotte Bobcats, now known as the Hornets, as the 9th overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft. He quickly established himself as one of the league's top guards, earning multiple All-Star selections during his tenure with the Hornets. In 2019, he joined the Boston Celtics, bringing his scoring ability and leadership to the historic franchise. His relentless work ethic and passion for the game have made him a fan favorite and a respected competitor in the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Bronx Walk of Fame inductee is Kemba Walker from the Bronx. All right, all right. Our next Bronx Walk of Fame inductee. Oh, I can't give that to you. Okay. He is a WWE superstar and world-class performer and athlete. Moving to New York from Puerto Rico at a young age, his father owned several martial arts schools throughout the Bronx, where he trained day in and day out to master his skills in combat sports. A lifelong fan of WWE, his dream became a reality when he signed with the sports and entertainment powerhouse in 2018. Never forgetting his Bronx roots, the 6'5" WWE superstar now captivates audience around the world through his undeniable presence and his strength. A former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, United States Champion, NXT North American Champion, and multi-time Tag Team Champion, there is no stopping him on his path to greatness. Making a name for himself, he proudly serves as an ambassador for the 2022 New York City Puerto Rican Day Parade and was named an ESPY finalist in 2021 for Best WWE Moment. Through acclaimed matches alongside Grammy Award-winning recording artist Bad Bunny, iconic in-ring moments on WWE's grandest stage at WrestleMania, show-stopping performances in front of sold-out crowds around the globe, and so much more, his storybook legacy is just the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Bronx Walk of Fame inductee is Damian Priest. Oh, I forgot to read what it says. Oh, I forgot. To say I am honored and grateful is an understatement. I truly feel privileged to be recognized by a borough, a city, and state that I love. Thank you, New York. Congratulations. One round of applause for Damian Priest. I forgot. So Judy Torres says, to be from the Bronx means I've been equipped with all that I need to succeed. Grit, courage, resilience, and the determination to see success. Judy Torres. Kemba Walker says, from the black tops of the Bronx to the bright lights of the NBA, my journey is a testament to the power of talent, perseverance, and never forgetting where you come from. I hope my story continues to inspire the next generation to rise. Wow, that's beautiful, beautiful. Are we ready for the Bronx People's Choice Award winner? Yeah? Are you gonna make some noise? So I'll read and then I'll go to the People's Choice Award. Okay, so the People's Choice Award in Media and Arts for 2025. Let's go to the video. Be the recipient of the People's Choice Award.
My heart is beating
And I am
fast.
so proud to say that after a period of just receiving all of the information and our panel of judges, you have been declared the winner of the People's Choice Award 2025 in Media and Arts. Congratulations.
This is the greatest
a rendition of your
honor I
award.
could ever even conceive of.
People's Choice in Media
Thank you
and
to all the
Arts.
people and all my, and to you, President.
Congratulations. Well, really, the people of the Bronx, they voted for you. You were their first choice.
I love the people of the
The
Bronx.
people of the
I am one of the people.
Yes.
I am absolutely speechless. You know what? I ran into Gustavo Rivera in the Kingsbury Social Club once, and I said, "Oh, I can't really talk to you because I'm moderating a debate for you next week." And he said, "I know about you. It doesn't matter what we do sitting here in the bar. You're still going to treat me fairly. So even though you did this, we're going to take care of you. We'll do our job, and we'll treat your friends fairly."
Absolutely.
Vanessa, you did one thing that nobody ever did. You made me speechless.
The Bronx loves you. And this is the official letter asking you to accept this nomination. We extend our heartfelt congratulations on your well-deserved selection as this year's recipient of the People's Choice Award in the category of Media and Arts. Your exceptional dedication, your unwavering commitment, and contributions have truly set you apart as a beacon of inspiration and a pillar of strength within our Bronx community. Ladies and gentlemen, no need to read his bio. It's quite long because he's done a lot of work in the borough. He is the recipient of the People's Choice Award in Media and Arts for 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome Gary Axelbeck. The proud host of Bronx Talk Television.
Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking. Yeah, there he is up there. So listen, you kind of gave a little bit away there. What happened, I was getting ready to do my TV show, which I have done for 30 years, and we're up to episode number 1500 sometime in May, which is, yeah, I know, it's crazy. So I had 2 city council members there, and they were presenting what's called the Black Print, which is like a blueprint, but a new way of looking at an agenda for New York City, certainly for black people, and also, of course, for all of us. And so I'm getting ready to do it. My producer, Rebecca, is in my ear telling me, "Okay, Gary, 2 minutes. Okay, 1 minute." And I look up, and emerging out of the darkness is the borough president of the Bronx. And my first thought was, she's here. We're going to have to get another seat for her. I'm going to have to pin a microphone. It's going to take us forever. And then, of course, the real problem for me is if the borough president is here, it's her show. She's got to be first. I got to rewrite everything in my head that I had set for the show. And then, of course, she came and you saw what happened. She told me this. So in 2.5 weeks, I haven't been able to tell anybody. I will tell you this, after thinking about this is the greatest award of my life. It is. Yeah, I got a lot of certificates. People see me with my suit on and all that stuff. I get that. But there could be nothing more appropriate than this award. And I'll tell you something else. Now I'm going to, my friends from BronxNet, my colleagues who would do such a great job, and we're live streaming, by the way. We want to make sure that everybody knows that's what BronxNet does, and that's what we do. But when you do this for a living, you're talking to people. I'm talking to 1.4+ million people, but you don't see them. You're looking into a black circle, or if it's the prompter, a square. And you never know. At the end of the show, 1,500 times, I've gotten up and I said to my colleagues, "So what'd you think? Were we okay?" And they said, "Yeah, it was great." Believe me, 99 out of 100, 99.9 out of 100, we all say we're doing well. But you never know what the people on the other side of that camera are thinking. And so, are they clapping? Or are they giving me a Bronx finger and saying, hey, you know, that's the biggest jerk I ever saw? Getting this award tells me that people were clapping. And it really, really means a lot to me. So thank you. One more little story to tell, and we're going to all relate to this. The fact is, this is the People's Choice Award, and that means everything to me because the people inside that little black circle are my people. I'm coming out of Garden Gourmet on 234th Street or 235th, where I go there all the time. I don't even know what street it's on. And while I'm walking out there on Broadway, there's a woman coming out of a dollar store, and the bag breaks. She's got her daughter is with a walker, and it was raining. That was actually just Monday, and it was raining, and all her groceries fell out. So I picked up the jar of mayonnaise that was rolling by me, and of course I walked over to see if I could help. All of a sudden, 4 or 5 people just out of nowhere just showed up and were picking up her groceries and handing it to her and helping her, and somebody put their arm around her and said, are you okay? I got to tell you, I was like, these are my people. These are the people I care about. And then, again, out of the absolute blue, some older man walks up and he says, look what I have. And he had a plastic bag, a big plastic bag folded up in his pocket. And he gave it to her. And she says, where are all you people from? She says, you showed up out of nowhere. And I said, they're from the Bronx. That's who we are. We care for each other. We take care of each other. And that's why this is so important to me. It's the People's Choice Award from my people. And I, Madam Borough President, and all the other people involved in this, thank you so much. I do want to thank one person, and that's my beautiful wife, Suzanne, who is here. And listen, Liz, the last thing I'm going to say, you all better be nice to her because she knows everything about all of you, believe me. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm humbled and honored beyond words, and let's go to the next day. Let's enjoy Bronx Week. Thank you, Julius. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Gary, and thank you for your incredible leadership since the debut of Bronx Talk, October 1994. You have hosted 1,500 episodes, political debates. Summer Rose was on your show. I've been on your show. All the elected officials and community leaders have truly been on Bronx Talk. So we're so grateful, and thank you to the people of the Bronx. We now want to recognize that a part of our Bronx Week celebration is the official Key to the Borough. And this year, the Key to the Borough is being given to someone who is not only a proud native and a son of the Bronx, he is the founder of something called Club Quarantine. Do you all remember during the pandemic when we couldn't go outside, the clubs were closed, restaurants were closed, we had Club Quarantine on Instagram. And we were jamming in our houses like we were in the club, y'all, for free. We didn't have to pay for no drinks. We didn't have to stand, we weren't in a crowd of people. We were in our living room jamming to hip hop. And so we thought it was important because he is such an instrumental part of hip hop as a DJ, as a producer, and he represents the Bronx. He's from Highbridge. Anybody from Highbridge? And I've met him many times. He's a good friend, great leader, and we said we have to recognize him. So ladies and gentlemen, please let us recognize this year's recipient of the Key to the Borough. D-Nice, woohoo! D-Nice, y'all. From growing up in the Bronx to receiving the Key to the Borough, this moment is truly full circle. The Bronx shaped me, grounded me, and gave me the strength to dream beyond what I could see. To be honored by the place that raised me is something I hold with deep pride and gratitude. This key represents every lesson, every memory, and every part of my journey that started right here in the Boogie Down. Derek D. Nice Jones. Nice, right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you will join us at our Bronx Ball on Saturday, May 17th. We will see you at Silent Disco, at Woodlawn Cemetery, and all the other events that we have over these next 13 days. So happy Bronx Week 2025. One more round of applause for all of our Walk of Fame inductees, People's Choice Award recipient, and our Key to the Borough. Now I turn it back to April and Summer Rose. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, our Bronx Borough President. Once again, give it up for her, please. And all of our inductees. Wow, this has been amazing and inspiring. Judy Torres is actually a very good friend of mine, and she, no reason to cry, girl. I be wanting to cry. But as an artist, as a creative, as an actor, once again, being born from the Bronx, I carry it everywhere I go, no matter what. And my daughter actually wanted to say something. What did you want to say about Devin?
Yes, I did. Number one, everybody was absolutely fantastic. All of these people are absolutely amazing and so inspirational. But something about Mr. Devin Rodriguez, I watched his YouTube channel, and aside from being an actor, I am also an artist. I paint and I sketch, and I use all of my creation on a piece of paper. But to see him coming from the Boogie Down Bronx and all of that he has accomplished can just show me that anything can be possible. And I am really proud that I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx, and so is he. So I just wanted to say that.
Yes, let's give it up. I wanted to acknowledge and thank Havana Cafe for providing the amazing food. Yes, let's give it up for Havana Cafe. Once again, Windows of Hip Hop, Grandmaster Cass, thank you for being here. Tony Martinez from Barrio BX, and some dope creatives who create some of the best merchandise from the Bronx. Let's give it up for all of them, please. And as we continue moving on, I just ask if all of the sponsors can stay, because we will be taking group pictures. Obviously, if it needs to be on the gram, because if it's not on the gram, did it really happen? Yes, did it really happen? Okay, now moving forward, our next presenter, he is the president for the Bronx Economic Development Corporation, Mr. Rob Walsh. Please give it up for Mr. Rob Walsh.
I have to follow Summer. I mean, my goodness. I'm here to present the Tourism Awards. Are we ready for this? The first one, I'm going to give a couple of hints. Hello, Commissioner. How are you? Small Business Services Commissioner Dinah Shaw Gross, celebrating Small Business Month with us. So our first honoree, the organization was created by the Women's Housing and Economic Development Corporation. We know it as WEDCO. This organization celebrates the Bronx rich history and music. It has become a vital force in revitalizing the South Bronx through culture, education, and community pride. Who are we talking about? Let's hear it for the Bronx Music Heritage Center. Yes. That's pretty good. We got 2 awards this year. All right, this is going to be an easy one. I'm going to give a couple of hints on this one. They've been around in the Bronx since 1923. They've won 27 World Series. Last year, they attracted 3.3 million people to the Bronx. That's 41,000 plus a game. And in the past year, they've worked with our organization to create the, I'm going to say it, the Emmy Award-winning Yes Network, The Bronx Beat. I'm talking about the New York Yankees. Those are our tourism awards. I'll hand it back to the MC. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Please give it up for Mr. Walsh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are moving forward with our next presenter.
Ooh, wrong side. Our next presenter is the NYC Our next presenter is the NYC Department of Small Business Services Commissioner. Please welcome Ms. Dinah Shell Gross.
Thank you.
Hi, Ms.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight, and I'm not going to talk long because this has been such a dynamic program. But I have to say about your borough president, Vanessa Gibson, you know, I'm probably not supposed to be a fan of elected officials at this point. It's supposed to be normal to me, but that's not the case. And I have really been a fan of Vanessa Gibson since I was a staffer in the city council and she was a member of the council's Black Caucus. And I feel like she is in an amazing flowering of her leadership in this role. I have not seen a more inclusive leader than Vanessa Gibson in everything that she does and in every speech that she gives. So I just want to give a hand to Vanessa Gibson for her amazing work as borough president of the Bronx. I downloaded the Walk of Fame app on the great Wi-Fi here, and when elected officials are added as a category or economic development professionals are added as a category, I know that Borough President Gibson will be on that Walk of Fame herself. She's more than earned it. I'm Dinah Shell Gross. I'm the commissioner of the city's Department of Small Business Services, and I love how New York City does everything just a little bit bigger. So you notice how Bronx Week is 13 days, and it's New York City Small Business Week, but we're celebrating it all month long. That's because we don't want small businesses to try to do it on their own. We know that when they succeed, our neighborhoods succeed, our boroughs succeed, and the dynamism of our small business community, our arts community, our electeds and economic development professionals are why New York City and the Bronx are booming. The Bronx has a lower vacancy rate in our storefront businesses than all but one borough in the city, and we're seeing an amazing economic discovery because of the ambition and support for small businesses here. So I want you to know that when Bronx Week ends in 13 days, it's still gonna be New York City Small Business Month, and I hope that you'll join us at the New York City Small Business Month Expo on May 29th. You can learn more and register at nyc.gov/smallbusiness. Shout out to Bronx EDC, my predecessor at SBC, Rob Walsh, our fabulous bid leader, Trey Jenkins, and everyone in the house and who made this event and this amazing week possible. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Gross. Thank you so much. I am almost done with my certification for the MWBE. Almost.
Almost. Just hang in there, people. We're almost done.
How are we feeling, everyone? How are we feeling, everyone? Feeling good? It's been amazing to be able to host with my daughter. It truly has been an honor. Okay, we are moving and coming closer. Excuse me, may I have your attention, please? Thank you so much. As we get closer to, oh, yes. It's okay. And I need to also shout out last year's inductee. He is always representing the Boogie Down Bronx. He is a phenomenal creative producer. Please recognize Mr. Amadeus. Amadeus, where you at, my brother? I see you, I feel you. I love you, my brother. Thank you. As we are coming close to the end of our program, I want to bring to the next stage. He is the Chief of Staff for Bronx Economic Development Corporation, Mr. Luis Garcia.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us as we officially kick off Bronx Week 2025. For this year, we have a really special app announcement to do, which is the app, Bronx Walk of Fame app. I want to begin by thanking Bronx Borough President Vanessa L. Gibson and her incredible team, not only for their leadership and continued support, but for allowing this idea to grow and bring it to life. I also want to thank the incredible partners who helped bring the Walk of Fame app to life. Thank you to Jeanette Rouse and the New York Department of State for supporting and guiding this project from day one. Thank you to Commissioner Anthony Perez and the DOT for helping us replace all 135 signs across the Grand Concourse. Thank you to Thomas Abraham and his entire team at HubSpire for being our partner in developing the app. And of course, thank you to Jalene and the entire staff at BXCDC for the work behind the scenes. Some quick context is the Bronx Walk of Fame is one of the most cherished traditions in the borough. And with this app, we're bringing the tradition into your palm of your hand, making it more accessible, more interactive, more connected to our community. Whether you're learning about this year's inductees, revisiting your favorites, or discovering a Bronx Walk of Famer for the very first time, this app is your guide to Bronx excellence. Beyond celebrating our honorees, the app also works as your personal guide, a GPS to the walk, a gateway to the small businesses that bring the Bronx to life block by block. And now let's take a look at the Bronx Walk of Fame app in action.
Welcome to the Bronx Walk of Fame app, your all-access guide to the legends who have made their mark right here in the Bronx. For over 25 years, the Bronx Walk of Fame has been one of the most iconic traditions of Bronx Week, honoring the artists, athletes, leaders, and hometown heroes who have helped shape our culture and carry the Bronx spirit wherever they go. Now, for the first time ever, we're bringing that experience straight to your phone. Whether you're a lifelong Bronxite or just discovering the borough's legacy, this app gives you a front row seat to the stories that matter most. And right when you open the app, you're greeted with our newest inductees. We're proud to introduce the 2025 class of the Bronx Walk of Fame, 5 incredible individuals who represent the talent, spirit, and creativity that define our borough. Let's meet this year's class. First up, Kemba Walker. Born and raised in the Bronx, Kemba took his skills from the playgrounds to the pros, becoming an NBA All-Star known for his grit, leadership, and signature step back. His profile includes a story, personal photos, and a quote that shows just how much the Bronx still means to him. Next, we've got Damian Priest, a WWE champion, bringing Bronx energy to the ring every time he steps in. Tap into his page to explore his journey from our borough to international stardom with photos and a message from Damian himself. Here's Judy Torres, the unmistakable voice of freestyle music and a proud Bronxite through and through. Her profile highlights the hits, the legacy, and her message to fans who have danced with her every step of the way. Then there's Devin Rodriguez, a Bronx-born artist whose portraits of subway riders made him a global sensation. You'll find his story, his artwork, and a quote that brings you right into his world, where art and the Bronx go hand in hand. And our People's Choice inductee for 2025, Gary Axelbank, who is a Bronx journalist, Bronx Talk host, and lifelong advocate for local voices. His profile captures decades of service, community conversations, and his reflections on what it means to represent the Bronx behind the mic. Each profile includes a detailed bio, photos, and a quote, all in one place for you to explore, reflect, and celebrate. And once the official signs go up on the Grand Concourse, you'll be able to see their exact locations right here in the app. You can also explore past inductees, browse by industry, and search for your Bronx favorites, from chart toppers and champions to educators, activists, and local legends. The Bronx Walk of Fame app is a celebration of who we are and where we come from. Download it now on iOS or Android and take the walk with us.
Lastly, we're proud of what this app represents, not just the history of the Bronx, but its future. It's about making sure every resident, every visitor, and every young person going up here can see what's possible and feel connected to the legends who came before them. The app is available now on both the App Store and the Play Store, and you can download it today and visit Amadeus' profile. Thank you, and happy Bronx Week.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Thank you so much. All right, we have finally come to the end. And I have the amazing opportunity to introduce our last, but definitely not least, our next presenter. He has been phenomenal. He has worked so hard. Please put your hands together for Mr. Julius Drake.
Thank you so much. I promise you I won't be long. Of course, at this part, we have to thank those who are making this happen. And of course, our incredible sponsors. So I can't leave, and you should not leave without me thanking our sponsors. All right, so we want to extend a sincere gratitude to all our sponsors and partners who has been instrumental in making Bronx Week a resounding success. We want to thank everyone that joined us to the kickoff of Bronx Week. We want to thank our title sponsor, Chick-fil-A, our signature sponsor, Chase, our diamond sponsor, Capital One, and our platinum sponsors, Con Edison, Bronx Care Health System, and our gold sponsors, Simone's Development Companies, AT&T, MetroPlus Health, Cricket Wireless, Bally's Golf Links, Optimum, Verizon, and the New York Yankees. We also want to thank our silver sponsors, Punse Bank, WWE, Liberty Coca-Cola, Lehman College, DoorDash, Bronx Community College, New York Botanical Gardens, Bronx Zoo, United Federation of Teachers, Bronx Chamber of Commerce, and Regal. Of course, we want to thank our bronze sponsors, St. Barnabas Hospital, Atlantis Fresh Market, Centerlight Healthcare, Pro Health Connect, MTA, United Healthcare, Greater Bronx Link, and of course, we have to thank our partners, our Bronx Week partners, the Bronx Museum of Arts, Havana Cafe, Radix Restaurant, Bronx Design Group, Bronx Fashion Week, Salsa Caterers, and the Resident Inn Marriott. And last but not least, to our official media partners, Pix 11, BronxNet, News 12 The Bronx, ABC, Bronx Time, and 1010 Wins. I would like to also just give a special acknowledgement to, of course, the team that assisted me in pulling this off. Of course, the bar president, Vanessa L. Gibson, the chief of staff, Justin Cortez, director of communications, Michael Ivory, Larcenia Walton for doing an amazing job today of putting the decor together, and the entire BP team. BXCDC president, Rob Walsh, Luis Garcia, you just heard from a while ago, our CFO, Anjali Arby, Julian Barrett, our director of marketing and communications, Giselle Leon, assistant director of tourism, and the entire BXCDC team. Business Initiative Corporation of New York President Raphael Rogers and the entire BigNet team, Rhonda James, and the E2E18 event management team and the ANA team. In closing, I just want to encourage you to visit ilovethebronx.com to see a list of all the amazing events that we are having during Bronx Week. I'm going to ask at this point in time, if our sponsors are still here, could you just make your way to the front so we can do a quick photo of you, and then we'll be out of here. Thank you guys so much again, and have an amazing Bronx Week.